Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Double D's Quickie Reviews for me and you. Today, we're going to be reviewing something else I picked up. It'll be easier just to show you. But first, why don't you click that like button down there. I mean, it really doesn't affect me because it's not why I do this, but I hear everybody else saying it, so I'm like, why don't I say it too? I don't know how the algorithm on YouTube works, but it hasn't really worked for me since I only have 40 subscribers. Though I appreciate all 40 of you. Keep it up. I'm hoping to get 46 before my 46th birthday in August. So 6 more. That's my goal, 6 more. You know anybody? Send them on over. They like weird videos? I'm going to be doing a lot more weird videos. Probably a few more of my other videos where I just talk to the camera. You know, annoying stuff. But please, if you're into the action figure review, stick to that playlist because sometimes I go on rants on the other ones and sometimes it's not kid friendly. But moving on. Today, what are we going to open? Well, something else from my collection. Today we're going to open. I saw this. I thought, should I buy it? Shouldn't I? I didn't buy it for the longest time. Then suddenly the nostalgia hit me, and well, I hadn't spent my month's budget on action figures yet, so I thought, what the heck? And I picked up this. Boom. The Armored Spider-Man. Armor Mark 1. I was not aware there was anything more than that, but now I remember when this came out in the comic book. This is back when I was actively buying a lot of comic books. And he wore it for a couple of pages until he got through some acid or something, and then he took it off and never wore it again. I believe it's mostly made for some anniversary cover type of look because it just looks awesome. And but I've always liked it. The back of it, up here we have a blurb. When Spider-Man's powers aren't enough, he dons his patented spider armor. This ceramic metal battlesuit protects Spidey from his deadliest foes, giving him time he needs to take it to the bad guys. No, he only actually wore it once in the comics that I know of. If he did it any other time, I'm not aware of it. But still cool. Now the only other ones I have in this wave, I bought the Hobgoblin. There is a video on that, I believe. Pretty sure, yeah. And I do have the Shocker, though. I bought him in a thrift store. Not a thrift store. One of those secondary markets where I just bought the figure in. Because I like the classic look. I haven't been able to find Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I love that costume. I do have some classic figures like that. Symbiote Spider-Man and Marvel's Hammerhead mean nothing to me. He's Peg Woman right now like crazy. Though so is Shocker. Probably why whoever was selling him so cheap. Anyways, the figure, as you can see, comes with 2 accessory hands and 2 spider web designs, so I don't think he ever actually used those. And again, I haven't read the comic book since it premiered. It's in my giant comic book collection, and I'm not going to try digging through that to find it. I know, I could just look it up online, but I'm kind of lazy that way. Like you say, we get them open and take a look at the actual figure. Boom. We'll just boop. Oh no, the humanity. He's cutting open the figure. Oh no. Yeah. Remember, folks, whenever using your opener, close it afterwards. Safety with a blade is always important. Put this in my hardback collection. Maybe someday I'll actually show you all that. Okay, remove that. Keep that up here for accessories. Okay, now, as you can see, the spare hands are in the classic web shooting position. I'm not going to take those out because David loses all his spare hands. Until I told him I actually Confession time. I have a huge box of, well, not really a box, a Ziploc bag of hands and webs and spare heads and all the accessory stuff and the Build-A-Figure parts. And I actually don't really remember what goes for what anymore. And I'm cool with that. It's weird though, if you look at the fingers, I just noticed this. It looks like they got bolt marks on them. Kind of weird. Anyways, here's the figure. Ooh, good articulation. First, let's take a look at the design. Oh, that is pretty. Tell me that ain't pretty. The coloring, the silver. Not sure how well that's showing up on screen, but it is really nice. The undersuit has such texture to it that it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful figure. The back, it looks like there's actually armor sitting over a black suit. I know that's what it's supposed to be, but looking like that isn't something that's easily carried off. It looks like he's actually wearing like a helmet over his head. Normally they sculpt them so small that you're like, oh, yeah. Well, you know if you know. Anyways, let's take a look at that. He has full range of motion on the head. Yeah, pretty good range of motion there. Shoulders go up and down and all around. Upper mark there. The elbow is a double joint, so mine's kind of stiff though. I'm not going to force that because, you know, I break things. But he does have double elbows. Let's check this side over here. Oh, that side over here is working pretty good. You definitely get him in a lot of more poses than the figures I had back in the 90s. Wrist articulation. Oh, yeah, good bendy there. Good pound in the head. As you can see, it looks good. He has an upper ball crunch. The waist turns. Legs. Upper thigh. Knees are also double jointed. And of course, you got the ankle. I don't really see Spider-Man using a costume like this very often because there's no way his tactile sense is going to work through it. He's just going to not be able to fall. I mean, granted, the dude can lift a couple tons. He's a lot stronger than most people give him credit for. I remember reading a comic book where he teamed up with Nova, and they came to a giant grid in the ground, and Nova's like pulling on it, like it's kind of tough. I might have to blast it. And Spider-Man just grabs it and rips it right out of the ground. Good comic. I should really get through my old comic books. I'll probably just end up getting rid of them, but you know, moving on. The figure is really cool. It's a standard Marvel Legends size. Let me rise that up a little bit. There we go. As you can see, he's just pretty. I should get one of those automatic rotating ones like you see on King Reptar use on his channel. It's weird, isn't it? There's actually younger people who inspired me to do my own channel. And they deserve the credit. Timmer, from Half the Battle, good influence. King Reptar from ADHD, awesome. Even Jelly from the show my grandson watches. Though sometimes it gets freaking annoying. They don't have very good release date on their videos. Still inspirational. Now this this figure is awesome. Definitely going on the shelf. What do y'all think? What's your favorite Spider-Man costume? Okay, mine's actually Spider-Man 2099 original, but still, I like this. It's going to look cool. Yeah, so, yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll keep this video from going too long. How do you like my figure reviews? Is there something I should be doing different? I always ask advice like that, no one ever answers, but hey. Huh, he's almost 6 inches tall. Nope. please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Double D. Out. Remember, stay weird. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.